This is an Audio Wool original.
It is Frightday. I'm your host, Byron, and we're broadcasting live from our unfortunately individual compounds in the woods of Montana. It's okay. We all need to retreat sometimes, to change perspective, to change ourselves, to heal. But does what is promised in a pamphlet or inside a dream line up with what you receive? Will you lose a piece of yourself? And how hard will that process be? We'll talk about that, places to sleep, cheeseburger deluxes, and tea as we review the Addams Family's Mother of Flies. I'm joined tonight by Kelly.
Hello.
And Sam can't make it because he needed a cheeseburger deluxe.
Boy, did he.
Sure. I'm back. Hey, guys. Wow. Kelly, you're here, but you're very ill. Very well-timed.
I'm sorry about that. Yeah, I mean, I'm actually doing better, but then I woke up this morning with like some stomach element of it.
Don't need to share that part.
I don't want to give that to you.
No, I appreciate it. I just wish you would have gotten sick while I was gone. I was gone for a long time, but
I very much agree with you.
it's okay. Did anything happen while I was gone? No big unrest in the cities, no dumps of millions of files. Certainly not anything we talked about on this week's Friday morning for a brief period, right?
I know there's so many of the files.
Oh, yeah. Turns out.
Yeah.
My big guess before I left into the silence of a Vipassana meditation retreat in the east of Austin in Texas was, we're definitely going to be in war by the time I got out. And that
wasn't a bad guess.
Well, but it's actually like kind of the one thing we haven't done quite yet. But we do have ships headed towards Iran right now. So pretty.
Yeah, I mean, we're bombing a lot of places. And
we have troops on the ground in West Africa right now. I don't know if you saw that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Fun stuff. Hope everyone's doing well. Hope everyone's taking care of each other. Kelly, did you do anything while I was gone?
I'm continuing to research a lot of UFO documents.
Other documents as well, yes.
There was a big press conference with James Fox and some of the witnesses from the Virginia case. However, a lot of them couldn't come because our fuck-ass government wouldn't give them visas to come.
Well, yeah, we can't let them in the country. Of course, they might stay.
Of course not.
So annoying, obnoxious stuff.
Really bummed because talking to some of my friends about contact in the desert who live out of the country and nobody wants to come to the country.
Well, yeah, it's a bad place to be right now. Speaking of good places to be, though, really quick, audioworld.substack.com. I did my second looming post, which lets everyone know what we're up to as a network, Kelly, which is kind of exciting. You are going to be doing some guest writing on that as well as we continue.
I am, because I have things to talk about.
Oh, sure do. Yeah, I'll let you do a quick little monologue up top, and then you have to describe what we're doing that week. But that's kind of what it's about. Also, this is a fun thing for you. It's kind of like a little mini normie roundup. Every week I do my 5 favorite things. So I kind of share those as well.
I think we should arm wrestle over who has better favorite things.
Well, we can have them vote on it. That'd be fun. But if you want to keep up with what I'm doing and what we're doing as a network, audioworld.substack.com for free. Go check it out. You can give money as well, but yeah, it's just kind of nice to be able to write some stuff every once in a while, right?
Anybody who is feeling brave enough to go to Contact in the Desert,
yeah.
I mean, it is in California, which is just safer than most places.
Okay,
right?
Sure, yep.
No big ice presence there yet. At
not
least
yet.
in Palm Springs.
Yeah, no, I think, well, I don't know. I'm unaware. I think Palm Springs, yeah, pretty safe place. But either way, yeah, I think tickets are on sale now, right?
Yeah, and we'd love to see anybody. I was thinking we should do, I don't know, like a breakfast meetup.
Do a room party, honestly. Open up well, I'm not going to be there. Everyone knows I'm going to be at CrimeCon. I just had a meeting about that today.
Yeah, so guys, we can have a lot of fun because Byron's not going to be there.
I'll get fucked and
Sam and I are going to be there.
Yeah, you guys are going to be having fun. A lot of, listen, I had a great time. I want you to know that. So anyone who goes, you will have a great time, and you can hang out in the pool. And
it's most fun Sam's ever had.
You can look at Sam in the pool too. Did he ever go in the pool? Actually, I don't think he did.
I don't think so.
We got to watch Sam do a cannonball, so you got to be there. But
clearly,
I was thinking that I will talk a little bit about my experience at the Vipassana retreat.
I've been dying.
At the end of this episode, I know I kept it a secret from you.
Ass face.
Well, I think that's I think that we need to focus on the film stuff because that's what this whole thing's about, right? We watched an indie film for the first time in quite some time. Some time.
Yeah, but okay, fine.
What? You'll be fine, Kelly. We have a lot of catching up to do. We got a lot of work to do. These DVD copies of A Walk to Remember, they're not going to put themselves away. It's time for staff picks.
They say so much, but they never tell you if it's any good.
Werewolf movie with P.T.'s mom in it?
The Howling, horror, straight ahead.
Who wants to go first? Kelly.
I do.
Okay, why?
Well, because...
Explain yourself.
I will explain myself.
Please.
So the movie that we're reviewing and discussing today is about trying to cure an illness. And there's a really fun movie that came out in 2012 that's about people that are crazy enough to actually try to get an illness.
Make me sick.
Because it's the same illness that a famous person has.
Hey, surprisingly, that hasn't happened quite yet. But it did happen in the world of antiviral.
Which was Brandon Cronenberg, so that's really fun. And then Caleb Landry Jones, which Byron actually ditched out on his newest movie to watch this week's movie.
It's true.
So it feels like we should talk about him a little bit.
Yes, just a bit.
He's magnificently weird and... interesting.
I don't know about magnificently weird. Definitely interesting and slightly concerning, considering my experience in person with him at South by Southwest. But let's take, if you haven't seen Antiviral
Drugs
yet.
are bad.
Well, some of them, right?
Yeah.
Fame. Glamour. Perfection. What if you could find it all at the tip of a needle? Here at the Lucas Clinic, we strive to bring you closer to celebrity than ever before. With samples drawn directly from the source, you can be connected in ways you never imagined.
Uh-oh.
So
Do you not
terrifying.
agree that the
Just the
mania
concept.
surrounding celebrity is reaching an unhealthy level?
No, I don't. My clients want to feel more connected to those people that they see in the magazines and on television.
Enjoy.
So far, I've had all her diseases.
Must have been expensive.
Is there any way you could spread it?
What happened to Anna Geist?
It's pretty shocking.
Oh, man.
It's a lot of fun. Look at the CLJ. What a ghoulish looking guy. And honestly,
That's the name I haven't searched the files for yet. I'll do that real quick.
Yeah, you should take a peek. Another guy, I recognize him once I saw his face in the trailer here that we're watching, which you can watch at youtube.com/Frightday, along
Malcolm
with
McDowell?
us. Douglas Smith.
Oh, I thought it was Malcolm McDowell.
No. Douglas Smith played Ben Hendrickson in the series Big Love, which I was a big fan of. Remember that?
I do remember that you were, yes.
Oh, you didn't watch it? Not a big fan?
No, I didn't. No, I wouldn't say I'm not a big fan. I just haven't watched it, so I can't be a big fan. It's not like I hate it or something.
Okay, that's fair. Was this the first Brandon Cronenberg feature film? It looks like he did shorts, but I think, this was the first feature that he did. Of course, his father was it what is his
David.
name? David Lynch,
David.
right? Just kidding. Of
Fuck
course,
you.
David Cronenberg.
By the way, I also had to search for David Lynch.
Oh,
He showed
did he
up
show?
a couple times.
He did.
But
Well, just in
but
discussion,
not
of course.
in like a creepy way, just in discussion and like fundraisers for his TM
His
foundation.
Transcendental Meditation Foundation. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, I still haven't seen David Cronenberg's new film, The Shrouds, which it was definitely in my year-end list, which we didn't do this year. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, mine too.
And I will catch up to it.
Cronenberg, my favorite of his is definitely Infinity Pool.
Really? It's that.
I just love that movie. I
Buffalo
think that movie
sausage,
is-
which the new Buffalo sausage is cheeseburger deluxe for me, so that's kind of a lot of fun.
Oh, I mean that works too.
We'll talk about later in the
it's
show,
such
yeah.
an interesting one.
The film for Cronenberg?
Yes.
I mean, I still haven't seen it, like all of them. I loved Rabid. That was a lot of fun. That's an old one. And I used to like
Possessor.
You're talking about Brandon now. I'm talking about
Oh,
his
yeah.
father
Sorry.
here,
I'm
David.
still stuck on Brandon. My
Well,
bad.
you were talking about David a second ago, but no,
Yes.
Videodrome, and unfortunately, James Woods kind of ruined that whole thing for me, but
James Woods ruins a lot of things.
sure does. Most things for people like him. But yeah, Antiviral, I think that you have not seen this.
No, I haven't. Which is weird because I have no reason not to have seen it. It looks really good.
It's great.
The plot line seems similarly like venomous towards subsets of our pop culture that make me nauseous, which is certainly in line with Infinity Pool. I think I'll like it when I watch it, but I would recommend that everybody else watch it because I feel confident enough that it looks like a good movie.
Yeah, I'm really curious to know if the social commentary holds up. It's just funny how things have changed. Like, we used to think that celebrity culture would remain like, this idealization of like massive celebrities, like actual talented actors and musicians, but we're beyond that now. We're kind of just elevating our own celebrities out of social media, which is, I think, something that no one expected. And also, it doesn't really, there's no, staying power in terms of celebrity anymore. Like, you can be famous, most famous person in the world, and then the next year you are last year's thing and you are broke, right?
Unless you're Nicki Minaj, and then
you
come back.
pivot. Yeah, you become based, and that's cool. Super based. That's
Yeah.
funny. Remember her song Super Bass? Great stuff.
Oh, look at
Super
you
bass.
making a witty
Wonderful.
pun.
Well, yeah,
That
check
was
out that
very
film.
punny.
Thank you, appreciate it. I'm back, baby. Okay, I took a couple weeks off, and here I am. Here we are.
I really need you to tell me all about it.
We'll get to it, I promise. 2016, just a few years after Antiviral, a film that we covered in episode 97 of the podcast about a lonely woman who develops a strange, violent, and anatomical interest following a family tragedy. Of course, Kelly, I'm talking about The Eyes of My Mother.
Oh, that is a really good one, too.
I don't do this very often.
Do what?
Go home with people.
Neither do I.
Your house is so neat.
Thank you. Is this your mother?
Yes.
What did she do? She was a surgeon in Portugal. Okay. Nice.
I love
We
it.
used to do the sections together. What happened to her?
Okay.
You can't do anymore? That's
It's
it?
just,
That's all
I
you
mean,
got?
we can stop right there. It's a lot of fun, guys. Francesca
You
is...
can tell because he was throwing up during the...
Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty foul little feature. Unfazed by death from an early age because her mother, formerly a surgeon in Portugal, imbued her with a thorough understanding of the human anatomy and also cow anatomy. But when tragedy shatters the family's idyllic life in the countryside, her deep trauma gradually awakens some unique curiosities. As she grows up, her desire to connect with the world around her takes a distinctively dark form. I adore this film. It was the first thing I saw from Nicholas Pesci, or I think Pesci, right? Who I talked to.
We went back and forth on that.
Yeah,
a
we
lot.
did. I should have asked him because I did talk to him for his next film. Is it film or firm?
Firm.
Oh, okay,
Firm.
that's it. Yeah. Was it Piercing? I think it was called. I don't have that written in front of me. You remember that? It was good as well, but not as good as this. I love this film. Gorgeous black and white.
I remember Snowpiercer, but not.
It's also interesting. Movie and TV show on TBS or USA Network. I can't remember. Patient little slow burn. Pulls you in for sure. Loneliness, horror. I love our lead. Creepy, kind of gross. Gross? I'd say gross adjacent. Grotesque, maybe. It's different because it's in black and white, right? Like, it doesn't feel as torture porny in a way, right?
Yeah. I can understand
something
that
about
comparison.
That. Very uncomfortable film, but I think we really got to give Nick another chance after that Grudge remake that the studio made him do. I thought that was not good. You recall?
It wasn't good at all. No, I remember the same.
Yeah, it sounds like we're going to get it, though. The latest film is called Visitation, and it is done. It doesn't have a release date. I don't see a studio attached quite yet. It is a film about a mother who is sick and dying, and a 14-year-old named Maria being sent away to live with Catholic nuns. But Kelly, when one of her caretakers falls for her for the wrong reasons, maybe that's the reason we're not releasing it quite yet. In our current climate, we can't watch any movies about 14-year-olds being taken advantage of by nuns and Catholic folk, right?
Well, I mean,
we should.
Yeah, at least it's slightly different from...
Her arrival slowly turns sinister. It stars Olivia Cook, which is great. I love Olivia.
I love Olivia Cook.
And Alfie Allen. Do you know that guy?
No. Who is that?
I had to look it up, but most certainly it's Theon Greyjoy from Game of Thrones. Okay. Very great talented actor. He's been doing a lot of stuff, just not a name that I've heard before. So.
Yep.
Eyes on My Mother is available now on Tubi, Pluto TV, the Roku channel for free. Kelly, Roku City has an Olive Garden now. Did you see that?
No, they don't.
Yeah, I'm serious. Yeah, I was at my parents' house yesterday, and I was like, is that a goddamn Olive Garden? Because
that's so weird.
I always thought that they were, a big city, but I thought they'd stick with their, mom and pop's roots, but... Roku City, I made them pause. I recommended Sharp Objects for them because they're ripping through those dark thrillers on all the premium channels right now.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, yeah, if you haven't seen Sharp Objects, they just finished that Jason Bateman one where he's like a baseball coach. Do you remember that? So all these like boy and girl killing shows, they love those. The dark detective thrillers. But either way, Roku TV popped on and there's a goddamn Olive Garden right there.
Goddamn Olive Garden.
It's also available for free on Fandango at Home, Plex, and Xumo with an X, Xumo. Or you could pay for it, which is also kind of nice. But you can watch this film pretty much everywhere for free. So go check it out.
Okay.
Quick little reminder, as we continue ramping back up, I want to give you the gift of a trial membership to... Excuse me?
Never mind, go ahead.
Okay. The Frightday Society, you can get a week-long trial if you go to the frightdaysociety.org, and you have access to over 150 pieces of bonus content, as well as, I'm cutting a trailer because we never did this, our visit to the Dumas brothel, Kelly. 6 hours of you being obnoxiously frightened is available for people there. Or you can also just rent it as well for $6.66. You can rent it. You don't have to become a member of the Frightday Society to watch it, but I'd recommend it. Why not?
Yeah. If you guys have any interest in watching me express the most horror and fear that I've ever felt in my life, it would be definitely the place to go.
That's right. Speaking of going, we gotta get the heck out of here, close up shop, Kelly. It's time for us to discuss how with a little help, nature can heal all. With a little help. As we review The Mother of Flies.
We hope you're enjoying your visit here this evening. Now, on with the show.
The Mother of Flies is a 2025 folk horror film written and directed by the Addams family. When a young woman faces a deadly diagnosis, she seeks dark magic from a witch. And this witch is in the woods, but Kelly, every cure has a cost. Addams family. 1D.
Which is fun because Dad Addams tries to remind daughter Addams of this at the very beginning of the movie.
Yeah. John Addams, that's a good name, is the father, co-director, co-writer, composer, cinematographer, editor, and actor of this feature film. Toby Poser is the mother, co-director, co-writer, producer, cinematographer, editor, and actor. Oh, let's just assume that they're all that. Zelda Addams, same thing. And Lulu Addams, the Addams family. In 2010, they formed the production company Wonder Wheel Productions, as well as, shortly after that, the band Hellbender, which I think rocks, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I liked that.
I mean, it was fun in the film Hellbender, and it was also a lot of fun to see it pop back up in this. John Addams... did you know this, Kelly? Cancer survivor. Battled cancer like 30 years ago. So when he was a young guy.
Oh, so this is like kind of a pseudo autobio thing.
You know, it's funny because you'll see a trend here. Chemo, radiation saved his life. He's kind of the engine for the music, according to Toby, which is funny because they're the vocalists in the band Hellbender, but he does all the music work and did, I think, all of the scoring for this as well. Constantly writing and recording music and does most of the technical filmmaking in this production team. One of the quotes that I pulled of his is really nice. It says, "Life is beautiful, but it's also brutal." So the family coined the term brutalful.
Brutal.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. Huh?
I mean, it's cheesy, but I kind of like it.
It's very dad, and I know that. I mean, his character in this is pretty dad. There's another quote here about cancer and necromancy, which is kind of a fun theme of this film. I had never really done any dives into necromancy, but it's really fun.
Yeah, that's actually very shocking to me. That seems really off-brand for you, Byron.
When you say necromancy,
to have missed that.
People think horror and terrible things, but what was really fun about the idea of necromancy in this one is celebrating science, actually. I was saved by chemotherapy and radiation. Speaking about Toby, though, the mother, also a cancer survivor, Kelly.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, battled cancer.
How long ago?
2020.
For her?
2020, so not too long ago.
Okay, so very recently.
Yeah, she has Lynch syndrome. Do you know what that is?
I have no idea.
It's not just a fan of the movies by David, which I imagine she is, but it's a genetic predisposition for certain cancers. I think I feel like a lot of folks have that, and some of them have preventative removal of things that I think that was one of the reasons that Angelina Jolie had her breasts removed. Is that right?
Oh, because she is more likely. Is that what it's called? I know that you can. I know for breast cancer you can get tested to see if you have whatever the gene is.
The gene, and I'm kind of speaking out of my. She does not have Lynch syndrome, but she has BRCA1 gene mutation, which is another thing.
That's the one that I've heard of.
So yeah, maybe it's something similar to that. I did not do much digging on that, but
apologies.
Yeah, Toby oftentimes plays these kind of otherworldly, intense characters, mother figures, witches, that kind of thing. That's an ongoing theme within the films of the Addams family. Yeah. Just a big fan of witchcraft. There's a quote here. I love reading about witchcraft and very strong women who were maligned, probably just because they knew a little bit too much, which is a lot of fun.
Super fun.
And on this film specifically said, this film is a love song to finding that balance between loving life, wanting to be alive, and also honoring and accepting the idea of death, which was kind of the reason that the Addams Family focused on this film, is they're all processing, mortality and, family in a way, right? Like,
yeah.
So,
yeah.
Zelda, though, tested positive for Lynch syndrome right before filming this, actually. Which,
ooh.
Yeah.
That seems tricky and hard to like wrestle with at the same time. Wow.
Yeah, kind of getting the same genetic condition as your parents.
Oof.
So, kind of tough. Yeah. And on the making films as therapy, she said, all of our films are very therapeutic for us because we're constantly dealing with themes of family, love, loss, and grief. After this bad news, the diagnosis of her Lynch syndrome, we were like, you know what? It's time. So I'm going to make a movie about this and therapize ourselves. So I think that actually, the context of that really helped me with this film, and I think we'll talk more about the details of it as a general project. But it's nice to have this background, right? Like, it really does add a little bit of layering to the interactions between everyone, right?
I think especially because like they obviously go to quite a bit of effort to make family business movies, like they do things in a pretty insular way.
Yeah.
And I think so. Yeah, the context is even more important in those situations.
So how they do it, they're very DIY family. They all write together, which is cool. And I didn't mention Lulu. Lulu's the one who kind of went away and like went to college and like is still.
Was she the one that played like the bartender? Or the
the one that.
Or whatever.
Yeah, there was one.
Let him know that she was. Yeah, never mind.
I thought she was
almost spoiled.
Thank you
Almost.
for catching that. I thought she did really well, though. Like her performance was like awesome, actually. Like
I thought it was fantastic. I agree.
I would say kind of, even though John's character was on screen much more, I think she kind of gave him run for his money in terms of performance. Like, did a really good job.
Yeah,
and it was just one scene.
Yeah.
So. But yeah, Lulu also is a part of Hellbender, does harmonies. So, yeah, they write together. They usually shoot at their house in the Catskills. They do all their own production design, costume design, set building. They all direct, and for the most part, they all act. John, I think, is the main cinematographer. But yeah, it's just kind of this open book technique, right? Like open process. Everyone's involved and everyone can have an opinion, which is cool.
They have done a really good job to not hate each other.
I can't imagine doing that. I've worked with you a long time.
That's just and we've
we've gone through so many different phases and of conflict.
Oh fuck, Byron. Maybe we need to have them come in and do like some team building with us.
We need them to do like a Tony Robbins style collaborative.
Okay, don't compare it to Tony Robbins. I fucking hate myself.
I was doing
with
a
Tony
funny
Robbins.
joke.
I know.
The only thing that I can see that they didn't do themselves was visual effects in post-processing, which the visual effects in this were fucking awesome, actually. Like
I completely agree with you.
Like kind of that big really, open wound on the ceiling that's pulsing is just like
that looked like a weird vagina.
Yeah. But it wasn't like, it didn't look CG in like kind of the cheap ways that we've seen things recently. Like over the weekend I saw Send Help, that new Sam Raimi film with Rachel McAdams.
Okay, I just love the concept of it so much that I don't even care how bad the CG is. Like the concept just
I think I needed to let it go because like for the most part it's kind of like a 90s style like So I Married an Axe Murderer film in tone. Like it's a little wacky, kind of like a continuation of Sam Raimi's tone in Drag Me to Hell almost, like it's a black comedy. So I needed to let some of the bad CG go in that. But this is not the case. They did a wonderful job here. And yeah, they do all of their own kind of festival submissions, promotional materials, and social media presence. So they do it all, and they have done it all from the beginning, which is kind of crazy.
Super cool.
Yeah. John...
It's really, really cool.
He says, no budget is the best budget because it makes us think about the truth of everything and just cut right to it. So, cool, John. I like it.
It really makes me want to make movies with my daughters.
I mean, we did Arabelle's Nightmare. Oh, God. The timestamp? 31. Got it.
That's all right.
It's
fine.
We did do your daughter's, a movie about your daughter's nightmare. That was kind of fun. A little brief piece, her and I. And I submitted it to all the festivals. Yeah, we did it when we were over at... I
forgot about that. Oh, by the way, we got to get dates so that you know and you can come this year, Mr. Ian.
Okay. Yeah, I'll come visit. It'll be a lot of fun. They've been doing this for a while, Kelly. I didn't know about this film, Rumble Strips from 2010. It's a non-horror drama about...
nothing about that.
Yeah, a family coping with lost love and an impending prison sentence, which is kind of interesting. Then 2018, The Hatred, which is their first horror film, not very widely seen. And then The Deeper You Dig was like their kind of breakthrough into genre, I guess, because it was released by Dark Sky Films. It's about a grief-stricken mother's supernatural quest. It's very much their... it locked in the aesthetic of these films, that kind of like high contrast, cold... style that they have, plus elements of folk horror, which they kind of like this theme runs throughout most of their work. But yeah, this was kind of their breakthrough. 2019, 2 years later, again, episode. I know I didn't say again for the first time. Episode 313, we covered this Hellbender, 2021. This was their breakout hit on Shudder. It's about a mother and daughter living in isolation, and they discover the true nature of themselves as ancient witches, kind of vampires as well. But remember, this was a COVID film, and
I do remember that as well.
Kind of flourished in that environment because it was just, it's kind of how they had already been working, right? Like, just with themselves anyway.
Yeah.
So you don't need a big
and I
team.
think... Well, I almost wonder if the fact that was kind of when they, I don't know, it wasn't like it was the first movie they made, but the fact that it feels like that could play a role in the way that they do their movies now.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, they were able to like take this way that they'd worked in the past and, easily apply it in the context of a world-limiting pandemic at the time. Yeah.
Yeah.
But also, considering most of their films are these kind of lonely, isolated films as well, like, I think that tonally it's just what it would have been anyway, right? Like, so.
Yep.
I don't know.
Yep.
Did you know that it was featured on Last Drive-In with Joe Bob?
No, I didn't know that. That's so cool.
Very cool. And I think that they were on there. I don't know if they performed as Hellbender, but I know that they promoted the band, which is pretty exciting. So
that is really cool.
I've got some Joe Bob to catch up on, but I have not done that. And if you haven't heard our episode on it, go back to episode 313 before I remove episode numbers because they're bad for the algorithm. I don't want to remove them, but apparently the algorithm doesn't like that. I don't know.
Really?
That's what they say.
Algorithms are the worst.
Yeah, it's the worst. It's
They're
the
so
death
confusing
of
to
creative
me.
content, and I hate it. A film I did not...
Hey, do you know anything about Tidal?
Tidal? Like how many times was Jay-Z in the Epstein files,
streaming?
Kelly?
Oh, well, he doesn't own it anymore. I have no idea.
Good.
I haven't looked yet. But he doesn't own it anymore.
Do I know anything about it?
Yeah, so somebody was telling me that it gives more money to the artists.
That's true.
I mean, they don't sponsor ICE.
That's pretty cool.
That's cool.
Yep.
And they also don't sponsor Joe Rogan.
Which is great.
So,
apparently
they have even more music.
My suggestion was going to be Apple Music. I like them better as a platform, but also, Tim Cook's not much better than those folks over at Spotify. Wow. So I've used Tidal because the program as I occasionally will DJ weddings and have a lot of fun doing that, and one of the programs I use uses Tidal exclusively. So I can confirm that they do have a similar amount of music, and sometimes more, like you said. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting.
We're not sponsored by Tidal yet. We should. Okay.
No,
I think everyone should, if you'd like to, you should, because I think as much fun as I have on Spotify, all of the investment into AI war technology that the co-founder is, funneling into.
So great.
Not great.
Yay.
Not great. A hellhole from 2024. I haven't seen this. It's apparently a creature feature set in Serbia, but which is kind of a departure from their Catskills setting.
Interesting.
Yep. It came out on Shudder. And yeah, apparently they also did a couple episodes on Screambox's, no, just one, Screambox's Tales from the Void that same year, which is interesting.
The Void.
Which I didn't know that Screambox, I did an article at Frightday.com about Screambox's early slate of programming. It seems like they're doing some kind of cool stuff. So it's nice to have, Shudder doing some, having some competition, right? Like,
yeah,
it's the only way to make, push innovation is competition, of course. How American of me, Kelly.
So American.
I also want to shout out our good friend Sam from Shudder is now like the head of acquisitions at Blumhouse. I think Blumhouse also merged with Atomic Monster, which is kind of wild.
He's doing great. Good for you, Sam.
Sam is the senior vice president of development and acquisitions at Blumhouse Atomic Monster. So pretty incredible watching these guys. Impressive. We watched what's his name, Ryan Turek. His career went from horror media right into Blumhouse acquisitions, and I think he was a producer on the Halloween reboot, which is amazing. And now we're seeing Sam do similar things. So
super amazing.
Very cool.
Nice to see good people. Yeah.
Which brings us, Kelly, to tonight's film, Mother of Flies, which folks were really excited about.
Okay.
World premiere at Fantasia International Film Festival last year. It won Best Film, also won Best Score, which pretty cool. Like, I was fairly critical of the band Hellbender and the soundtrack of Hellbender. As a band, I think they've actually like kind of grown into some really cool stuff. Like, especially the last like kind of punk rock thing that they were doing in the film last night. I don't know if you heard that. I wish I had it.
Wait.
From yesterday. Hellbender is the band the Addams Family formed.
Yes, I know that. I know that.
And they started in the film Hellbender, of course, but they also scored this film.
Yes, but what were you talking about, the punk rock in the film?
Oh no, I was saying that I think that they got better than they did the year.
Oh, sorry. Okay,
You're fine. Yeah. I was saying that I was fairly critical of the music in Hellbender. Thought it was slightly cringe, but I think that they did better in this. That's all. You probably liked it the whole time, so it's good.
I mean, I've liked them the whole time, and I'm just not that scrutinizing of a music fan. I either just kind of like it or I kind of don't like it.
Mm-hmm.
And it was good.
I'm glad you thought so, Kelly. Where am I in my notes, though? Yeah, it was acquired also by Shudder, and it was released on January 23rd, so not too long ago. Hey, why don't you look at that, Kelly? It's almost like we're good at this again.
Woo!
Again, very personal story about cancer, and yeah, I don't know. At this point, do we want to jump in? We've got Mickey, a college student in her early 20s, and she has terminal cancer. Got chemo done, radiation. Both of those haven't worked, and the doctors are giving her just a couple months to live. Instead of reaching out, it seems as if she was contacted in her dreams by someone named Solveig, who is a mysterious woman who lives deep in the woods.
Yep, very witchy woman.
I would say straight up a witch, Kelly. Very witchy woman. So Mickey has, convinced her very skeptical dad named Jake that she has to kind of follow her gut here, which is bad because she's got, I think, stomach cancer, right?
Yeah, so, was it stomach?
I don't know. I mean, it was in her stomach area. Who knows what it is?
Yeah,
some sort
well,
of
they
organ,
talked.
right?
I mean, there was so much discussion about like fertility. I didn't know if it was like she had
Interesting.
ovarian cancer or something like that when she was really young.
Yeah, I wonder if that was a choice to not talk about the specific details of the
non-specific.
cancer, right? Like, I think that there's almost
Makes sense.
an acceptance that Mickey has had in like thinking beyond that part of it, right? Like beyond the diagnosis. So, I mean,
That
if
makes a lot of sense.
yeah, if all other treatments have failed, then what's really the point of thinking too much about it beyond this larger goal of visiting a witch in the woods? What do you think about Nikki doesn't tell Solvig that she's bringing her dad to this secret little witch house for a 3-day period. I thought this was a fun parallel. They have this kind of set amount of time at this isolated place, kind of similar to what I was doing not too long ago. I was trying to make myself a little bit calmer. She's trying to save her life from cancer. So pretty interesting, though.
Yeah.
But bringing Jake along is kind of an odd, awkward thing to do, right? Why do you think she did that?
Because I think she really seems to care a lot about her dad. She seems to trust her dad. He also seems to be, to a point at least, very open to a lot of things that maybe your normal square dad might not be.
Sure.
And so it makes sense that she wants to include him. Also, she's, really young.
Well, she's in her 20s, but yeah, considering I'm still asking my mom to help me with my health insurance in my late 30s.
I saw her walk by when I was getting my hair cut today.
Isn't she the sweetest? I love that lady.
She's the sweetest.
She's great.
Yep.
There is kind of a tense awkwardness between them. There's something between Jake and Mickey. I don't know exactly what it is, right? Like maybe it's that he's unsure that, he feels like his daughter's, he's losing his daughter, right? Like, and I think he might be concerned that she's going to be disappointed by witch camp, right? Like,
well, and I think on the one hand wants to allow her to have some hope, but on the other hand doesn't want to be like enabling false hope.
Sure, yeah. And I think that after the extensive cancer treatment, I feel like, having living, I guess just living, the way that they used to, that's, that they had this bond before and cancer's kind of taken that away, right? Like,
yeah,
it shifted the focus onto something for so long.
Yeah.
But yeah, even I think that maybe I didn't think too much about that as a reason at the time, but I thought that the dialogue between the two was a little bit rough at this opening part. Like, I didn't really...
Oh, really?
I thought so.
Okay.
I don't know. How did you feel about it?
It's interesting. It felt like slightly awkward, but I don't know that it felt off. Possibly, I've never been in a situation quite exactly like that, right? So
sure,
there's definitely an element of like, I don't know, maybe that's the way that I would communicate with my dad at that age if I was experiencing something similar.
Sure.
But I don't know. It didn't pull me out, at least, but that's interesting that it did for you.
Yeah. So we go to the diner, they eat the cheeseburger deluxe.
Yes.
The hotel, they spend some time there, and there's a brief bump into Lulu Adams at that point, and there's another one later. But the next day, the next morning, Dad wakes up early, is watching her sleep, which is kind of funny, kind of cute. But it's time to go meet Solveig at this beautiful witch house, Kelly. Now we're talking. We have had too many goddamn beautiful Airbnbs in these Blumhouse films for too long. I want more moss-covered 3 stories in the woods. Maybe 2. Could have been 2.
Blair Witch.
Oh, please, yes.
It was. I liked it.
Gorgeous.
A lot.
Yes. Yeah. Apparently, it's supposed to look like a Baba Yaga hut.
It really... An elaborate hut.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
It was pretty fancy for a hut.
think it was pretty fancy for a hut. Very organic for a home, right? A lot of branches, roots, thorns. Interesting.
Lots of thorns.
Lots of thorns in this thing.
Lots of thorns.
And we meet Solveig. Toby does a wonderful job here. Like, very stern, intense witch. Like, dedication to that character. And, you know, that kind of continues with the, I don't know, what exactly were they? Were they spells? Were they poems? Like, throughout these kind of long scenes in the woods where we're following Solveig and sometimes Mickey, we have these poems that are being told, you know, over kind of like soundscapes, which, God, I'm so cynical. Like, immediately I'm defensive in watching stuff like that. I'm like, oh no, like I get kind of like, I pre-cringe, but I think that they were actually like really good. Like, it was pretty good.
I think they were too.
So
I totally agree with you.
I got to retrain my brain a little bit, you know?
Yeah, stop being so negative, jump to conclusions.
Listen, I'm a regular Jake over here, okay?
I know, but you'd enjoy it more, you know, if you could like suspend your negative conclusions a little bit.
What do you think about this first impression that Mickey has of Solveig? She's kind of drawn to her a little bit, ready to jump head first into this treatment, right?
Yeah, I mean, so it's clear that the way that she came here was like very telepathic / dream scenario. It wasn't like she looked this lady up and called her and booked an appointment. So there's this level of the fact that there's that connection, and from there all the rest of it is built, obviously gives her a degree of confidence in it because their very connection is a bit supernatural.
Yeah. And I like that we're not given too much in this film, but I'm also not asking questions, right? Like, I think that that's kind of cool.
Enough.
They found like a really good balance of that.
Yeah.
And we know that this is going to be 3 very, very difficult days. There's a line that says, the difference between a poison and a cure is the dose, I think they say in this. Is that right?
Yep.
Yeah. And there's going to be some suffering. They mentioned kind of how chemotherapy, you know, did a similar thing. So what's the difference between what they're about to do now, right?
Right, and because she's tried all of that, and so may as well try something different. Like, so what if it doesn't work? I'm dying anyway.
Yeah, and I mean, I think one of the tough things is, you know, Jake as a father is watching his daughter make these choices. You know, she's in charge of her path here, right? And that's tough for him. He's got this protective instinct. He wants to take care of his daughter, wants to save her, and if he can't save her, like he says, he'd follow her, which is kind of that was an intense little scene that was done, you know, pretty well. Nice balance there.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, it's ritual time. Day 1, we've got some immersion into the decay. Solveig leads Mickey into the woods where they confront death directly. There's so much, and this is one of the reasons I chose Eyes of My Mother, not just because of the name, you know, grotesque, like dead animal imagery in this, and you know, which I mean, we shouldn't have these, you know, visceral reactions to that because it is natural, but pretty foul stuff. But that's what a death witch is going to be doing for you, showing you, you know, life and death, right? One of the cool things too that I didn't mention is all of the animals in this were just on the property, and they just like incidentally shot like deer and, you know, all of these different things. I don't know how they got the flies, but pretty wild to get flies to stick on your face. Maybe just something, a spray or something, but yeah.
Yeah, because I guess now that you mention it, they didn't look CG either.
I don't think so. Maybe they just have a really good visual effects artist. Maybe we'll talk to Brandon and see what he thinks about it. Brandon Christensen,
that's
of
a great
course.
idea.
He's good at that stuff.
I like that idea.
How do you feel about this also in the woods, we start getting the flashbacks to Solveig's history, right?
Yeah, so at first I was like, well, early on in the movie, there's a scene that Byron failed to warn me about.
I think you can warn them about that now, and I think that's a major plot point of this film.
Yeah,
right?
there's a stillborn baby thrown into a bucket,
Sure.
everyone.
Yeah, there's a bucket baby in this. Heads up. Heads down, actually. Head first, actually.
I recommend that you avoid watching that part if you're anything like me, because I felt nauseous for a good 2 hours after that.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I think I was more concerned about the opening up of a belly by poking up. It's very much like the film Inside, right? Like we've got a thorn that goes into the belly of this pregnant woman who's struggling to pass a stillborn baby. So it gets cesarean C-sected right out of there, but they use a thorn as a knife because, well, Solveig's a witch and the townsfolk know that, but they also know that she's the only person who can help in this situation.
Yeah, so they want to use her where she's helpful, but they also still shun her for being different.
Which kind of goes back to that. It goes back to that quote from Toby from the beginning, saying that there are usually women who were maligned who knew too much, right? Like that's how Solveig is seen, as like this person that they can only bring in, in this dark situation where no one understands or has any control over it. So,
right, but they still want her help in those situations.
Of course,
they aren't. Yeah, they aren't willing to. Which, unfortunately, my 2 cents would be that Solveig should tell them to fuck off.
Fuck off, yeah.
But,
yeah. Well, but then we wouldn't have a movie.
She's nice. This is true. This is true.
Yep. Day 2, more death magic. This is, I think, one of the most interesting things. So Cooper, the ball python that we see in this, is actually someone's cousin's snake that they used, which is a lot of fun. But from that snake, they take an egg, and this egg is used. Well, first they poisoned Jake this morning, right? Because Jake is kind of being annoying. He says amen after a ritual. And,
oh God, she got real mad about that.
Well, yeah, you got to spit that out of your mouth.
Mad. Spit it out. False idolatry.
On the floor where it belongs.
Pew, pew, pew.
Yes.
On the floor. Get
like
rid of that now.
That was a good scene. I
Boy,
like that.
was she mad.
And his accommodations, though. He's sleeping on like I don't know how he sleeps on that thing. Rock hard, thorn-covered bed, right? And Mickey gets the moss one.
And he's real hungry.
Yeah, he's a meat eater.
Cheeseburgers.
Which reminds me maybe of my Vipassana retreat, which was a vegan menu. And again,
Are we going to talk about that yet?
We're going to talk about that at the end, for sure. But Jake's taken out a little bit. He drinks some tea, which makes him kind of fucking puke his guts out, literally.
Yeah, like bloody puke. I feel like that's just such a hard line between like I'm puking. Oh no, now I'm puking blood.
In little pieces of your body from the inside, right? Like,
yes.
Pretty cool though. Looked good. But while there's more death magic happening in the woods, he's like curled over, just having a really rough time, right? Like
very rough.
But yeah, Mickey's body is also not doing terribly well. Weak, in pain, and then they, don't they? Is it it might have been day 2 or day 3 where they cracked that egg open on her belly, and I think it was maybe day 2. Either way,
sizzle me timbers.
Yeah, holy cow! Do you think that was something coming out? Well, we didn't talk about the snake in the mouth, did we?
No. We didn't.
Kelly, I gotta tell you, you probably know this about me. You hate babies in buckets. I hate snakes, and I especially hate snakes when they go in your mouth when they're still alive. This was a nightmare I had as a small child.
If it's a dead snake, though, it's not as bad. Like
less.
That's manageable.
Because pardon me. The thing that bothers me about it is the writhing around inside of my stomach. Like, as a kid, I had a nightmare. I literally had a nightmare where a snake went in my stomach, through my mouth, and,
Because it happened to you.
What?
It probably happened to you.
You think it happened to me? You think I swallowed a snake and a witch put it there?
Certainly sounds like it.
Well, I don't like that. Either way, we don't need to talk about the order of operations here. Let's just say that there's a scene where a snake is barfed from someone's mouth into another person's mouth. There's an egg that's cracked on a stomach, and it forces sizzle me timbers to happen, as you said. But They're making some progress on this cancer, the crab, they call it, which is kind of fun.
The canker, the crab,
the crab. I like that.
Who was it? Was it Hippocrates that she said described it as a crab?
That sounds right.
Hippocrates.
Yeah.
Because Hippocrates was like, that's where the Hippocratic Oath comes from.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah, you're right. Huh. Yeah, I mean, listen, I don't want to spoil too much more, but I know that
Don't spoil anymore. I feel like we need to be really careful because I'm going to accidentally spoil, and I don't want to.
I'll just say, I mean, there's a greater tragedy that makes Solveig's experience make sense, right? And as the treatment continues, things become far more intense and graphic, and there's these people come together and things are understood in a different, like a clearer way.
In a different way.
And, a
perspective shift.
Life and death is acknowledged and understood and respected, right? Like,
yes.
I think it's just a really, really interesting movie.
It is an interesting, I feel strongly that it is a very interesting movie.
Yeah, how much so, Kelly? Highs and lows, please. As above, so below.
My high was the very last scene. Mm-hmm. I'm not one of these people that's anti-Western medicine, but I feel like any type of medicine that thinks they have all the answers is probably not great. Because no medicine has all the answers at this point in human development. So I don't want to spoil anything, but I really enjoyed the last scene. The dialogue I thought was very smart. And, excuse me, my low, definitely Baby in the Bucket.
Baby in the Bucket.
Especially because Byron didn't warn me.
I got a snake in the mouth, you get a baby in the bucket. I think it's only fair.
Okay. No, that is not fair. I am...
You wouldn't have told me about a snake in the mouth. So
if I knew that bothered you to the degree that Baby in the Bucket bothers me, I would have.
I thought that if it was like, maybe if it was a 12-year-old girl in a bucket, you'd be more, devastated. So I thought we could get away with this one, but
nope. No, devastated by all of it.
All right. Well, my below.
It's anything like my kids or younger. At whatever point
then that'll just keep. That's everything. Then it'll eventually be everything.
Eventually, it'll be everything. All and I'm sorry about that. And we'll only be able to watch movies about really old people dying.
Well, if we're gonna watch Midsommar 2.
Oh boy, yeah, there's that, I suppose.
My below.
What about you, Byron? What's your as above, so below?
I kind of already mentioned it a little bit. Some of the dialogue was rough.
At the beginning especially.
Yeah, right. But I think that maybe that there's just some context there that I wasn't really taking in fully, right? Like, I didn't understand the relationship between the father and the daughter so much, but yeah, I think... that's about as bad as it got. My above, Kelly, I'm about ready to buy a home in the Catskills right goddamn now. I love where they were.
Berkshires. They were in the Berkshires.
I want to be their neighbor. I just want to walk in the woods all the time. That's all. Unbelievable atmosphere. I think they did a great job.
I mean, you do know where we live. Instead of running down like gross streets, you could go run in the woods.
Yeah, I don't want to run in the woods. I want to walk in the woods. I run on the street.
Okay.
It's fine.
Well, you could run to the woods.
Sure.
And you could walk.
The one thing I love most about the works of the Addams Family is, they're able to remain dedicated to how they do things. And inside of that, they keep getting better. They continue to tell different stories, and yet stories that are personal, things that mean something to them.
Yeah.
This is a really charming film. I mean, even within kind of the heaviness of it, I think it's really, I think it's the right way for a family to process those concerns, right? Like, this is just like such
I think it was, yeah. I agree completely.
Also, from a technical standpoint,
really nice.
Looked incredible. The practical effects were great. Give me all the witchy stuff. I say this probably every year, but 2026, if you could be the year of the witches, that'd be cool. This is a really fun film. And for all those reasons, I give it 6.6 thorny sticks.
Love it. Love it.
How about you, Kelly?
I am going to give it 7.9 tummy eggs.
Oh, okay. Any specific standout reasons why?
I just thought that it was very intentionally made, and I really think that the dynamics between the creators being a family makes for a way more interesting layered movie than otherwise might be. I really like what these guys do, and I do hope they come out with another one soon. I hope they keep making movies as a family. It's a pretty lovely thing.
I mean, better than those damn Safdie brothers, breaking up at the peak of their popularity, but...
Well, that was just because Sam cursed them.
I don't think that's it. I think it was because I think Josh let a 17-year-old stay on set as a former prisoner pulled out his penis. So I think that they had some creative differences around that. So
well, that's probably a problem.
Yep,
seems like.
Definitely. I'm team Marty Supreme these days. I saw it twice. Great film. So
it really seems great. I'm very excited to see it.
Not so much the smashing machine. So that's what side I'm on. I can't wait for what's next.
There you go.
Can't wait for what's next either. Go check this out now. It's on Shudder. And once you have seen this film, Mother of Flies, let us know what you think. Reach out to us on social media, Blue Sky, Instagram. I'd prefer us just have a discussion about this in the Discord, discord.frightday.com. You can send us an email as always. My email is ezracline@newyorktimes.com. Is that what he says?
Idiot.
I can't remember.
Stop saying
contact
that.
at frightday.com is our email address. I don't know. You can find us. We're doing stuff, including live streaming. You can go to twitch.tv/AudioWool Network. I'm doing that on Tuesdays, and we have a Casual Friday coming up this Friday. So make sure to follow and subscribe over there to know when we go live first. Kelly, I teased it up top.
Please, can you tell me now?
Also
Jesus.
teased Kelly with a great prank when I got back. That was a lot of fun. I would like to go on record again as saying that I actually didn't fall for it until my husband talked me into falling for it. Well, Kelly, I did an almost perfect scam text towards you, as if my phone had been taken and someone was using it.
And it was great, but I immediately said, "This is exactly Byron's kind of humor. This is what Byron would do."
You think?
Byron? And
Come
Sam's
on now.
like, no, this is real.
You think in response to you saying "out of the silence" yet, I would say, "Can I have 500 crypto? Mother is sick, and
yes,
I need in my wallet for her health." You think?
100% your style.
Yes. No, later, but fast is best. For me, I'm in the parking lot waiting, and they need money to start the treatment. We had a lot of fun.
It was good. It was very good. It was good, but I just I am normally the sucker. I'm the one who falls for everything.
Sure.
So it was a very interesting experience.
Yeah, well, speaking of experiences,
the one that said, let's hear it.
No. On Behind the Screams, we'll be getting into my trip to a Vipassana meditation retreat east of Austin. What will the experience be like? How is it absolutely a cult? And did I make it the entire time? Also, I did some other stuff as well, which is kind of interesting.
So it was culty. Scale of 1 to 10, how culty? Give me a number.
Hi, Byron. Not reporting from a Vipassana meditation retreat in New Ulm, Texas, but on the grounds of the former compound of the Branch Davidians. I'm at the Mount Carmel Center, or what's left of it, I guess. Outside Waco, Texas. Trading one cult experience for another. Is this a record? 2 cults in 1 week? Maybe I could get 3. Who knows? But that's where I'm at. Gorgeous. Until next episode of Frightday, though.
You're fucking kidding me. No.
Kelly, we're going to talk about our Behind the Screams, you dumb donk.
Oh. Okay, so like I'll get to hear it right now.
Of course you will. But everyone else has to go to
Sorry, everyone.
friendlycenter.org. I'm just doing a transition. Until next episode of Frightday, though, Kelly, where are you gonna be?
Trying to figure out what Byron's talking about with his cult, and I really want there to be aliens.
And I'll be right here in the studio knocking out things for y'all. But until next week.
Thanks, B.
My name is
That's
Byron.
great.
I'm Byron.
Okay.
You
Bye, everybody.
You say, I'm Kelly.
I'm Kelly.
And
I'm Kelly.
Stay... God, you are really out of practice. Are you ill? Stay healthy.
I am ill.
And stay scared.
Yes. Stay scared, everybody. Byron, tell me your goddamn story. You're killing me.
You've been listening to an Audio Wool original, produced by Byron McKoy. Theme music is provided by Yawns. For more programs like this, visit audiowool.co.